fit in with them. Robert stares down his drink, suddenly looking serious.
And normally I'm good at that.
It's Pappy. Doctor says it's cirrhosis of the liver. I told that old bag Bones to quit the sauce, but it's all he's ever known, especially since Mom's gone. That's why I invited you out tonight. I just didn't want to be alone. Oh, come on. Atticus, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing Robert doesn't joke about is his Pappy. Whoops. They're giving him 2 months. I gotta help him straighten out his affairs. Robert, I'm so sorry. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar's lights. I look at his life, then I look at mine, and I know history is just doomed to repeat itself. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. He's retired with his new girlfriend in Acapulco. They watch the sunset every evening. Wait, aren't rabbits the one who screw a lot? Oh, sorry, didn't realize you were an expert on which animals screw a lot. Please stop saying the word screw. Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him. He gets up out of the booth. Me and Atticus are going to hit the bricks. You coming with? Mary casts one glance at the sad sap. She's been hunting down the rest of her wine in one gulp. This place is dead anyways.
Go away, Mary.
We exit the bar and find a typically empty street filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with a deliberate attitude and bad posture. He carries a lantern that he shines for his face at a dramatic effect.
Why is there a mob? Are
What's
we hunting
going
the
on?
beast?
Looks like this one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of the town all the time. I've always wanted to do one of those. You know all the stories are fake, right? Pretty much all of my stories are fake. This is research. Robert makes a beeline towards the back of the group. He turns around when he notices I'm not following. Come on! We can't just crash it, can we? Don't be such a square, Atticus. Just act like you belong. Robert sidles up to the tour group. Reluctantly, I fall behind a step behind him. Well, here goes nothing. God damn it, Quinn!
It's Tourmaster Quinn!
Hey! It was this place in 1694 that the most infamous witch trials were held. To date, we don't know if the people who burned at the stake were actually witches, but it's widely reported that their ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar to this day. It was actually 1962.
You mean 1692?
Shh. What? And the site was over by the coffee shop down the road. I'm sorry. Who are you? Daniel McSturgis, ghost historian. And this is my colleague, Dr.
Oh, 80s reference. Hey, God.
You just want to be right, don't you?
Yeah!
Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations as research for our new book. You may have seen our guest cameo in Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition. A couple of people start nodding. Man, Robert's good at this. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop. We like to keep a low profile. Easy to catch ghosts that way. They've definitely been here. Been standing next to him the whole time. Thank you, random lady who I don't know. As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the coffee spoon over there. The man who runs it has been plagued by hauntings since he signed the lease, damn near driven him mad. But whatever you want to say is cool, I guess. It's your tour. Man, didn't know that about Matt. Wait, Robert's making this up. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered. Thank you for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. McSturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. The tour guide's shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one if they make it to the final location. I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need that t-shirt! Well, guess we're in this long haul then. Follow my lead, don't arouse too much suspicion, we'll have cool ghost shirts in no time.
Awesome.
Hey.
It's Damien's house!
Colonial style house. A quick pause in the tour. My name is Quinn, but most people on the ghost circuit call me Tourmaster Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor. I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, MC, what? And perform traditional vaudevillian mime work. Jesus. Tourmaster Quinn gives out headshots to all of us. His resume is on the back. Stage combat experience. Anyway, here's a little history for y'all. This was the home of noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was wildly popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of this very home where she wrote such classics as The Diary of the Victorian Mistresses, Lady of Fitzwilliam's Courtship, and The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption shortly after the turn of the century, but several people have reported on some nights you can see a light from the attic where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues to work on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say it was consumed by her work. No reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes. Actually, consumption's the popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was a murder-suicide. I'm pretty sure she died of consumption. Sure. And we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's watered-down, censored version they teach in school, but you can't handle the real story. I understand. It's not for the faint of heart. I think everyone would much rather hear that this world-renowned ghost historian has a right... has say... The group members in agreement. This is a topic we cover extensively in our book, Dr. Loomis. Would you care to tell this story?
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Go with something I know.
In the 19th century, Dorothy Pembridge was credited for protecting New York City from potentially world-ending paranormal forces. Despite her success, her ragtag group of ghost hunters were disbanded by government officials. However, after learning that the ghost of Vigo the Carpathian has taken an interest in her son and her ghost busting, her friends launched a mission to defeat the ghost and once again save New York City! Ghostbusters! Yeah!
Yeah, you liked it!
Yeah!
You liked it!
Ghostbusters! I knew it. I knew it. Now I just want everyone to know the next location extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. Alright, I'm bored. Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder. Hey kid, fancy buying a gala drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town. I think I could exorcise your demons if that's what you're looking for.
Jesus Christ.
Don't write checks your dick can't cash, kid. His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs in my ear. When you've known Rob for as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight, okay? Sure, Mary. Good man. She pats me in the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street. Take it sleazy, fellas. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid? Both.
Both.
Our last stop, this burial ground, is a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity, and I'm not even sure where to begin. There's the wailing ghost of the Wharfmen, the vampire of Maple Bay, the children of the moonlight. What about the Dover ghost? By this point, the tour guide is clearly irritated with us. What about it? Oh, nothing. Just think it'd be a crime to come all the way out to the cemetery, the actual origin of one of New England's most notorious paranormal entities, not even mention the infamous Dover ghost. That's not a real thing. That's absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on their paranormal history. I know tons about paranormal history. I know every ghost story in this area. I can guarantee there's one you don't know. Robert looks over at me and smiles. Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Loomis and I met? No. The entire group shushes the tour guide. Okay, fine, tell the story. Well, it was dark and stormy night. Wasn't always paranormal investigator. Way back when I was just a...
Carnival barker? Oh God, I can't.
What you got, Carmen?
There's so many choices I have to make.
What you got? Traveling.
Yeah!
Moving from town to town, always looking for my next mark. It was an easy life, but I had fun. Taken from the rich, given to the poor. Actually, also taken from the poor. I had a shaky moral foundation. Happened upon the quiet town of Maple Bay quite by accident, but little did I know this city has a dark side. Now, about the same time, I was just starting out as an apprentice to a rather famous ghost hunter who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine and all that. Wait, yes? Who was the famous ghost hunter? Well, I don't like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers. The tour group gasps. Georgia Mathers? She's a legend. How do you know her? Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie. Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late at night.
Dan Rathers.
Now, we had been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place was highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from adventure. We camped in the cemetery, center of the cemetery for 3 nights. The wailing ghost of the Wharfmen. Whatever. Your stupid vampire was just a teenager in a mask with a Dover ghost. Man, tell him, Loomis.
Oh, God.
So there I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long day of...
selling Bibles.
Short cons. Classic pigeon drop scan. Putting feathers out for a rip deal. I was gonna steal a baby. Probably. Would have made me rich. Found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now, I was never a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard, and I felt compelled to investigate.
I like that you have an accent now.
I am not a voice actor. You will shut up and enjoy this. And thank God you did. George and I conducted a seance in the mausoleum. At first, things were pretty normal, but after about an hour, everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word. Run. The air suddenly went cold. Something was very, very wrong. I knew we weren't alone. We just started to hear this faint, distant scraping noise, like something being dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder until it was deafening. Some kind of demented howl. And then I felt it. Something grabbing my ankle. Robert has the whole crowd hook, line, and sinker. You could hear a pin drop. I only cried twice in my life. Once with the birth of my daughter, the other was when that thing started grabbing me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew it was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was going to die. The moment I crossed the gate of the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see a man being pulled across the floor by... God, to this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach into knots. It looked like a man, but like... I glanced at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like when it tried to put one together. The arms are too long. Its eyes glow red. It was a walking shadow. What do I do? What any good person would do. I lunged for... Shoot, what was his fake name again?
McSturgis. Fuck!
Carmen.
What was this first?
Pretty sure it was David McSturgis. David.
No!
Daniel.
No!
Sorry. Daniel McSturgis. My bad.
Shh. It never happened. It never
Shoot,
happened.
what was his fake name again?
Daniel.
Daniel McSturgis. Daniel! I grabbed his hand and entered it into a tug-of-war with the unholiest of forces. I thought I was going to be torn in half. But I had God on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my shirt pocket, and to this day I can't remember what passage it opened up to. Sorry, I can remember. Probably Revelations, but I would save. Just keep saving.
I know the first two are actual Bible quotes.
Yes. Blessed is he that readeth, and they hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things that which are written herein, for the time is at hand. I have no idea where Robert pulled that verse from. With a horrifying growl, the entity that finally relented, the damn creature clawed into my chest, got me real good. Had to get 16 stitches. Pulled down the collar of his shirt to reveal a long, wicked scar across his pecs. And that's how I got this scar. I followed George and Mathis to the end of the earth. We faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists that threw our equipment across the room, but I'd never seen Georgia so scared. She's never the same after that, neither was I. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but I came out of that experience a better man and a better friend. We've been brothers ever since. The tour group gives us a round of applause as Daniel, or Robert, and I share an emotional hug. As he embraces me, I can smell his cologne on his neck. Wow, Robert does clean up good. I find myself lingering a little too long on the hug.
Ooh.
Where's the pat? The tour guide seems to have bought it. Even he's wiping a tear from his eyes.
Woohoo!
Thank you. It's an honor to be able to share our story. Be sure to watch out for our book. It's either one or two. Robert has to suppress a laugh at that one. Well, I think you both definitely earned your t-shirts. The tour guy hands us coveted t-shirts. He then slips us both his business card and leans in close. If you guys are ever in need of a professional actor, balloon animal artist, Elvis impersonator, or nude model, please don't hesitate to contact me. You got it, buddy. After a couple tourists take selfies with us, we split away from the group and walk home. That was incredible! I can't believe they bought all that. You had it in you, Atticus. Excuse me, Dr. Loomis. That bit about the pocket Bible was aces, although giving the Dover ghost glowing red eyes was a bit cliche. And the Kubrick conspiracy theory bit wasn't? I didn't catch that. All part of the character.
I didn't either.
I haven't seen a whole lot of Stanley Kubrick stuff, so... Want to have a drink?
Is that even a question?
Robert, how long have you known me for? Do you really think I'd turn down the opportunity to share a fine alcoholic beverage with my treasured friend and accomplished Mr. Robert Bobbert Small? If you ever call me Bobbert again, I will kick you right in the shins. Both of them. Then you can expect an angry phone call from my orthopedist in the morning. Bobbert. Robert just laughs and starts unlocking his door. My shins live to die another day. Robert leads me inside. I can't help but think what Mary said to me. Robert did seem a little bit off, but that completely disappeared when we were joking around about the ghost door. I don't know. He's hard to read. While I'm thinking, I hear claws skittering across the floor. Oh god, it's his Pitbull. I'm about to be torn to shreds.
Doggo!
I shut my eyes and brace for impact. Betsy, hey, be nice. I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching at my shoes. I open my eyes. There it is. Betsy? Robert's dog jumps away from me, running around in circles and sniffing Robert's legs. He pats her on the head. Hey, that's not a pit bull. This is the cutest, dumbest Boston Terrier I've ever seen. Betsy, you're not a pit bull, and you weren't taken by the Dover ghosts? Betsy's made of tougher stuff than that, ain't you, girl? Betsy rolls on the floor for some well-deserved belly rubs. I just keep a picture of a large pit bull in my wallet in case of emergencies. Comedic emergencies. We make our way to Robert's living room. For a quiet man with arguably the most oldest pickup truck can be legally driven, his place is amazing. There's sleek, modern appliances throughout the room with a big flat screen mounted to the wall. What is with the boomerangs? He has shelves upon shelves of DVDs. Guess he wasn't lying about being really into cinema.
I don't know.
He pours us both glasses of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in the corner while Betsy curls up on a pile of cushions. So, how'd you really get that scar? And don't tell me you got it fishing for an Alaskan king crab in the Bering Sea or something. You trained me too well. Robert laughs and takes a sip. My daughter and I were riding our bikes. I hit a rock, flew over the handlebars, and then we went to the hospital, and that's it. Not a very interesting story. Never heard you talk about your daughter. Well, I have one. That's her. He points to a picture on the wall of a very serious little girl with dark eyes. Yeah, that's definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she? 25, 26? Not too sure. Does she live around here? No. Val lives back in Brooklyn, works at some new media online magazine thing. Makes buckets, though. He suddenly seems really serious. I probably shouldn't press him about it. You like Santana? Nice.
Yes.
Great. Robert puts on Santana, then takes a seat on the couch next to me. He suddenly downs his drink at one gulp. Hey, you alright? Robert leans in and kisses me, the taste of whiskey burning my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relax into his arms. He pulls away slightly, his lips barely brushing against my mouth. I am now.
Cheese! Full of cheese!
I can't say anything, at best managing a sigh. Robert leans in again, kissing me harder. He pulls my bottom lip between his teeth and bites lightly. Sliding a hand on my shirt, my heart pounds in my chest as he lies both of us down on the couch. He kisses and trailed down my neck, his teeth grazing my skin. I just... Wait. It's not that. Robert bites down and I have to stifle a moan. Stop. Robert stiffens up away and pulls away. No biting? No, I'm more than okay with that. Something's up. Robert runs a hand through his hair and looks away. I'm fine. I've just been kind of stressed out. Tired. Not a big deal. Push it. This is like the one time you push it. Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something's wrong. I need to make sure that you're okay. Robert stares at the ground. You don't know me that well, Atticus. I'm not a good person. He takes a deep breath. I spent my whole life only taking and taking and taking, and now here I am, the old broken man sitting on the top of a pile of everything I've ever taken, alone. But I want to know you. You don't have to keep hiding behind fake stories and acting like you don't have feelings. He sighs heavily. It's Val. She's visiting tomorrow. She wants to patch things up. Are you... I'm sorry, but is this a bit... No. When was the last time you saw her? 3, 4, I think? Months? Years. I sit up straight. Jesus, Robert, what happened between you two? I don't want to talk about it. Robert and I sit in silence. Neither one of us want us to look in each other's eyes. Both of us unsure what to do next. Fine.
Is that Danny?
I don't know. I don't think so. Fine. Things were already bad between us. I cared about her. I always did. Things just got in the way. And before I knew it, she was leaving for college, wanting nothing to do with me. Marilyn and I moved here to settle down. We thought we'd help to keep away from all the distractions, all the money, the drinking. But temptation gets to you. I tried to be better, but I just couldn't. And then the accident changed everything. I think every day about how she must have died hating me. I never became the better man she wanted me to be, the one she always saw in me. She was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I didn't know that when I lost my wife, I was going to lose my daughter, too. Robert. I spent so much time chasing after things I thought were going to make me happy that I ruined my only real chance at happiness. Now my wife is dead and my daughter hates me. And then I convinced myself that this, he gestures vaguely in my direction, was going to make me happy. Why do I even try anymore? I'm so sorry. I know how hard it is to. No, you don't. How could you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Your daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband and an even worse father. I have no idea why she's even bothering to contact me now. I know I'm just going to fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I shouldn't even go. Robert puts his head in his hands. Tell him what he needs to hear. Nothing is going to change until you do.
Until you do.
Right? Robert pauses and looks at me. There are lots of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back or do over, and it hurts me so much to know that I can't. But what I can do, and what you have the privilege of doing tomorrow morning, is to wake up and try to be a better person you were the day before. Things aren't going to fix themselves tomorrow, or the next day, and patching things up with Val isn't going to solve all your problems either. But nothing is going to change if you don't, and you can't love somebody else until you stop hating yourself. And you're right, I don't know you that well, but you have the same capacity for good that we all have, and I know you can find it. Val is giving you a chance, don't waste it. But... Robert, listen to me. It's going to be okay. But I lean over and hug him. Pulling him in as tightly as I can, he buries his head in my shoulders, hugging me back. It's going to be okay. I place a hand on the back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders and then sobs. I realize he's crying.
Good!
Thank you. We stay there for a while, holding each other. We both eventually drift off to sleep.
Good!
There you go. Now we know who Val is.
Right. We saw her in the credits that Susie voiced her, and we were like, what?
Yeah. I guess there might be a scene after this with her in it.
Fuck yeah.
Alright. So, sorry about that. technical difficulties. Recording is a lot more difficult than it seems sometimes. And apparently the way these recorders, game captures work, for those who don't know, is when you tell them, like as soon as they open, they start recording. They just start recording as soon as they're open. I think that's the dumbest fucking thing ever. And basically when you hit the record button, it just puts a little marker at that segment. And then it knows once it's done, like once you turn off the recording button, to that segment, while it was running, that's the segment you want. But it's still recording. And so I literally ran out of disk space.
Basically, there was a bunch of temp files that he had to delete.
Because temp files are so important to store.
Anyway, so we got an A on Robert's date. We got him to open up about his daughter.
Yeah.
And so now this is the same ending, so it's her graduation party.
And we're going to see if Val is here.
Which
should be interesting.
I think she does.
I hope.
Where's my mouse? There it is.
So consider this your graduation party. Surprise!
And I'm going to fast forward because
Yes.
we've already done this twice.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
And then we'll properly end this episode.
Atticus.
My dude!
Dude.
Pablo seems cool. But he's not a dad, so he can't be dated.
Oh! That's new.
Can we load? Load and autosave. Load and autosave!
Damn. That's new.
Hit the epilogue. First one. Load it. Don't fuck this. Here you go. Click, 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 click.
Right.
I want to see what she says.
Pablo. Okay.
Listen, kid, you're gonna need some real life skills out there, or you're gonna make if you're gonna make it out on the streets. I'm going to college. Same thing. Look, I know you're not old enough to drink, right? And I know you're smart enough not to drink until you're of legal age. But hypothetically, if you were to drink, it'd behoove you to drink a glass of water between rounds. Got it. Hypothetically.
Hey.
And if you wake up with a headache, all you gotta do is take a jar of pickles and drink the pickle juice. You're gonna be fine. Cute. What's going on here? Girl talk. Mary turns her back to Amanda. Now let me tell you about how to deal with bad roommate. First thing you need to know, you get straight A's if they die during the semester. That's true. Mary! Relax, it's a myth. No, it's not.
Hey.
Supposedly. Against my better judgment, I leave them be. Hey! Look at that! I don't recognize that girl by the snack table, so I should say hello. Hi, I don't think we've met. Oh, we've met years ago. And I'm here for my revenge. Oh, God.
You're Robert's kid, aren't you?
Spot on. I guess that makes you Atticus, huh? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad Robert brought you along. He promised there'd be free food, so that's kind of hard to pass up. Look, I don't know you, but I can get real. Can I get real with you for a sec? My old man's a real closed book, you know. Me and him, we got a long way to go. You don't erase decades of neglect in a week, but you sure can get tired of staying angry about it. That kind of bitterness, it poisons you, I think. I'm too young for that. Anyway, lately he's been better. A lot better. And between him shaving for once and how much he talks about you, I get the feeling you have something to do with it. So, thank you. Robert means a lot to me. I'm glad he's getting better. Just keep an eye on him while I'm not around, okay? Or else. What? I'm kidding. Or am I?
You already knew where that was going.
Or I don't know why I'm like this. I think it runs in the family. Amanda trots up to the conversation. Hey, love your necklace. And your hair. And just, geez, your whole vibe is cool. She kind of looks like an older Amanda.
It does.
Thanks. I hate the nails, though. I like your jacket. My girlfriend collects pins, too. Oh, this is my daughter, Amanda. Amanda, this is Robert's daughter, Val. Nice meeting you. I heard you're a photographer. Aspiring photographer. I'm going to school for it. You take pictures? Yes? Then you're a photographer. Welcome to the biz. Val hands Amanda a business card. If you're ever looking for internships, shoot me an email.
Awesome.
Hell yeah!
Networking!
Anyway, I need to go make friends with that woman over there who's dual-wielding wine glasses. Talk to you later. Val walks away. She's so cool. She gave me her business card. She touched my hand.
She thinks I'm cool?
Congrats, you just networked for the first time. I'm a regular business lady now. Quarterly projections! Stock market synergy! Is this working? Yes.
Yay!
While you're making a fortune as a businesswoman, I gotta keep this party going. Catch your Aunt Pops. Atticus.
Alright, I think now I can fast forward.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
I think when you do a third date, that's when you see something different between these people, yeah. In that one section.
Okay.
As the party starts to wind down and take a seat next to Robert, the sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Hey. Hey. I haven't heard from you in a bit. How you been? Oh, I'm great. Never better. We gotta get together again sometime. Maybe watch the game or something. Yeah, that sounds cool. Come on, Robert. Give me something more than that. Let's have fun like we used to. Robert places a hand on my thigh. I mean, we could have fun. Not like that. I pull away from Robert and I look him in the eyes. Robert, I miss you. Okay. Robert gets up. I'll see you around. He walks away, leaving me alone on the bench, alone with my thoughts.
We scared him.
The last guests begin to make their way out the party. She wanders over next to me. Killer party pops. What can I say? I was inspired. Disappointment again. You'll never find love.
I know.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's probably it.
They're all gonna be like that, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. I have a bad feeling.
The only love in the world is truly between a dad and his daughter.
That's the moral we're going with.
That is the moral.
That's the moral we're going with. Next time, another dad.
It's not that I'm unlovable or anything.